Today, we're tightly surrounded by numbers, ranging from phone numbers to PIN codes. Gadgets often make our life much easier by remembering this information for us. However, sometimes you have to rely only on your own memory. For example, to remember the necessary dates on the exam or the number of the parking space. Once, I ran frantically through a parking lot the size of a football field, clicking the car keys on and off until I found my car. So, I want to show you how to memorize numbers faster and easier. But first, visualize the following situations I describe. These situations may seem strange, but I want you to trust me and try to imagine them as vividly as possible. Ready? Let's try. Imagine a window with cracked glass that is covered with red tape. Then you see a cannon launching a Chinese dragon at the glass, and the dragon gets stuck in this window. Ready with that image? All right, now visualize a pair of eyeglasses from which wheat grows. There is also a lace with the word Italy tangled around the eyeglasses and wheat. The next one is a strong ape sitting on a working power loom and pouring wax onto it. Imagine it in detail, the noisy sound of the loom, drops of wax dripping onto the floor, and so on. Now, picture a handsome athlete talking on the mobile phone. Suddenly, a crowd appears around him and wants to steal his phone, but the athlete grows huge eagle wings and flies away with his phone. Let's check how you memorize these unusual situations. I'll name a part of the situation, and you need to remember the missing details. The ape was sitting on the power loom and pouring wax onto it. What was on the cracked window before a cannon launched a Chinese dragon into it? Red tape. How did an athlete with a mobile phone escape from the crowd? Using wings, he flew away. And finally, a pair of eyeglasses from which wheat grows was tangled in a lace with the word Italy on it. Did you remember the images? If so, well done! You've just learned the years when 4 great inventions were made. I believe you have a lot of questions, so let me explain that. You can remember the event and the year it took place by encoding them into one vivid and colorful image. The first image with the dragon stands for 1128, the year when the cannon first appeared in China. Let me show you how we did it. First, we took the year 1128 and found key sounds in its parts. WW, W for 1 in 11, and T for 2 and 8 in 28. Then we picked up a concrete noun for each part of the year containing these sounds. 11, window. 28, tape. And finally, we linked all the images into one picture. We call this technique the number-to-letter coding system, NLCS. You can use our ready-made codes or create your own for each number. A pair of eyeglasses with wheat and a lace is, by the way, 1286 and the first invention of eyeglasses in Italy. We encoded 12 as wheat and 86 as lace. The ape and wax stand for 1785 and the development of the power loom. The wings and an athlete is 1973 and the invention of the first mobile phone. Now, let's memorize a few more examples of inventions that changed the world. The year 1895 and the development of the first X-ray machine. In our coding system, 18 is a waist and 95 is Napoleon. Yeah, sometimes we even pick up famous names to make the image brighter. Well, imagine the comic situation. Napoleon is extremely worried about his waist, so he's going through an X-ray. We can see the outline of his wide waist, ribs, and spine. Next is going to be the year when penicillin was discovered, 1928. The coding for 19 is a wing, and the image for 28 you already know. Can you recall it? That's right, it was tape. I don't know about you, but it's hard for me to visualize penicillin. And in order not to get confused, I'll encode it as a penguin with pills. So I'll definitely remember the first part of the word. So imagine how the penguin puts pills on the wounded wing and bandages it with red tape. All right, it's time for self-checking. I'll call the date and its images, while you try to recall what happened back then. Ready? Let's roll. The first one is 11/28, a window and a tape. The cannon first appeared in China. The next is 1286, wheat and a lace. The first eyeglasses were invented in Italy. All right, 1785, wax and an ape. The first power loom was developed. Now, 1973, wings and an athlete. The invention of the first mobile phone. The next one is 1895, a waist and Napoleon. The invention of the first X-ray machine. And the last one is 1928, a wing and a tape. The discovery of penicillin. You've done a great job. Now you can use this trick to remember any date you need. However, to remember the dates for a long time and store them in the long-term memory, let's repeat them once again. Get ready, this time it's going to be a lot faster, and you'll see either the year or the event. Brilliant! Let's stop here. Hope you enjoyed this video and found the technique of memorizing dates useful. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button not to miss the upcoming videos, and recommend it to your friends. Have a wonderful day!